Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the C.R. Lawrence. This is their part number 981. This is a plunger lock. I call it a track plunger lock. Frankly, because it's intended to prevent the movement in a track installation. What I'm trying to describe is there's an image below this video that shows what this looks like in a cross section sort of installation where you can drill. You've got sliding track. You can drill the face of the track to accept the bolt. Here's the lock. To prevent the movement of the track itself, and therefore, of course, the glass that's in it, and that's how you would control it. So here's the lock. This is currently in the locked position. We'll unlock it in a moment. It's a 981. This replaces a previous lock that was once upon a time available. The 267 CHKA lock is discontinued from C.R. Lawrence. They suggest this as the replacement. Two skeleton type keys. You can insert that. Teeth down in terms of how that key slot is. Sorry, I had to turn it to get it to move. Relocking it is activated by just pushing on the plunger. Okay. And you've got the key mechanism to unlock it. Okay. Will come with a strike. This is kind of considered a thimble strike. If you use your imagination, it might look like a thimble to a certain extent. Let's go over the dimensional properties of the lock, and that image that I referred to below will also show you what those are, and let's review them for accuracy. They've got a lock faceplate length of about 1 15/16, 1 29/32. I'd say that would be accurate. It's got a height of, they don't give that faceplate height, I don't see, which is 5/8 of an inch. Okay. Center to center, they have it as 1 3/8 of the screw holes. And I would say that that would be accurate as well. Kind of judging that on the camera. Then what you have is the length of the lock body itself. They have it at 7/8, and that's accurate. The plunger itself is 9/16 of an inch when it's extended. So that's going to bring you to 1 7/16 overall, indeed. The bolt is flush with the body, and when we extend it out, the projection they're saying is 13/32, so basically 3/8. Okay. Then again, that thimble strike. Let me give you some dimensional properties. The thimble strike, they have it at 3/8 on the outside, and the caliper says that it's 0.375. It's a bit conical shaped. It's smaller down here than it is up at the top, so 3/8 is down here. The outside dimension with the lip return is 0.5, right on the nose, 0.5. Okay, they've got 7/16 as the length. Yeah, that would be accurate. 0.435, 7/16 overall. Projection of the bolt once it's thrown. .395. Indeed, 0.395, so just heavy on 3/8 projection. Okay. Certainly a nice quality lock, very common. Where you're going to see these is in a variety of applications. You could also consider this something you'd see in your doctor's office, where after hours, the nurse, the receptionist in this doctor's office is going to lock that door down at night, doesn't want anyone to slide the door open and to reach around and open a door, that sort of scenario. Jewelers, case applications, you could see it in that sort of scenario. This is obviously not a high security cylinder at all, but in low security applications where you need key access and easy locking of sliding glass or sliding panel doors, you could certainly also use it. That doesn't have to be a glass application. It could be, you might have an entertainment center and you just want a way to be able to lock down those sliding doors down in the bottom, whatever the case might be. Okay. Now there's an extended description below this video as well that we'll go over now. You can see that this is a chrome type finish. They call it a ferrule. I call it a thimble strike. 2 keys. You can order the key only. It's a 981 KEY. You can order that. If the 981 is used with their numbers D610, D5610, or MC610H bar, you're going to have to notch the glass around where that is. The drawing doesn't really indicate that as such when you're looking at it, but that glass is really meant to come down a bit. That the area where the extended bolt and the glass need to reside in at the same time is in the same place, so the glass will have to be notched. It can be installed either top or bottom, however the application is, and is fairly easy to install. You're going to also have to consider the location of those holes when you're attaching it to the back side of the track, because you do have to consider that. Looks like you got about 3/8 of an inch center line, which would make sense because it's about 3/4 overall. So keep that in mind too. Screws are not included with this. You're going to need something tiny, maybe a number 4 would be my guess, and a flathead. Okay. If you're going to do some installation, you might want to get your hands on the lock prior to doing any sort of notching in glass and lay it all out. If the LK610 H-bar is used, then you don't need any preparation in the glass itself. And that LK610, I'm pulling that up now. Taking a look at what that looks like. That's a modified aluminum H-bar used on sliding showcase installations where it has a very deep bottom rail, is the bottom line. In that sort of H-bar aluminum system, you can avoid it because the bottom part of the H is much taller. It's actually every bit of 13/16, so you could avoid using that. You can avoid the requirement of notching the glass. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the C.R. Laurens products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the C.R. Laurens number 981 track plunger style lock, or any other C.R. Laurens product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.